everyone, Jules over here, and welcome to Future Proof, my space to help you become your best version. Today we're going to talk about the very basic foundation that you need to become future proof. What exactly is becoming future proof? It's becoming your best version. It's developing the identity and the habits and the mindset to land on your 2 feet no matter what happens in the world, outside of yourself. You're in control. So today we're going to discuss, how do you become your best self? What is the foundational principles that you need to create the change that you desire and to become someone who is resilient, empowered, and confident? I'm going to give you 8 steps, and each one will lead you to that place. So let's start. Number 1 is you want to become really honest about who you are. So take a raw, unfiltered look at your life. What's working, what's not working, what patterns have you been holding, what disciplines are not really serving you, and what's distracting you, what are the fears that are holding you back. I want you to get really real and start becoming aware of what these things are so that you can start removing them and making the changes to start shifting into a place where you're going to start acting and doing things that is more in alignment with who you want to be and what you want to create. Number 2, you want to define your vision. So we often get stuck on becoming really clear about the things that we are not happy about, or the things that aren't working for us, or what's lacking. That's really easy. We're going to stop doing that. We're going to become really clear, and we're going to start focusing on the vision. What is it exactly that we want to create? Who do we want to become? We want to become so clear about that. When you know what you want, you know exactly what steps you need to take to get there. So I want you to picture it, speak it, write it. What are the goals? What is the vision? What does your perfect day look like? And once you become really clear, you can start creating more specific steps to lead you towards that vision. Number 3, you want to work through the blocks. Now let's face it, this isn't going to be something that's going to just shift overnight. When you are creating big changes in your life, when you are becoming a new person, when you are changing your identity and your mindset, resistance will come up. And I promise you that the moment you truly decide to do these things, something's gonna come up that is going to challenge you. Something's going to come up where you're going to either be dropped to your knees or taken to a place where you're going to start thinking, am I going to be able to do this? Because your old self is going to react the way it's used to. All your old habits, your limiting beliefs, and your fears will be tested. If you're looking to change those things, it will be tested. But that is your opportunity to show up in a different way. You want to use tools that are going to help you shift through those resistance moments and those challenges, so that the more you do that, the more comfortable you become reacting differently, thinking differently, and doing things differently. It takes work. Don't be hard on yourself. Just do it. Number 4, you want to commit to small daily choices. Change happens in small increments. Like your best self shows up every single day in the decision that he or she makes. And it's actually really important when no one's watching. It's the things that you do when no one is watching. It's the things that you're doing in your very intimate and quiet moments. You want to prioritize yourself, your health, how you feel. You want to commit to learning. You want to commit to immersing yourself in environments and develop habits that are going to align with this new vision that you have for yourself. So, focus on creating the habits the daily rituals that are going to help you achieve this new vision. Number 5 is I want you to embrace this journey. I don't want you to think of this as something that you're going to get done tomorrow. You're doing this thing and next month everything is going to be perfect. That's not how this is. This is a marathon. And your best self is not like this destination. It's this evolution over time. And it just gets better the more you apply these principles. And I can tell you from personal experience that that's been a major lesson for me, because I was always focused on the destination. And what happens is that very often when we get to the destination, if you're an A-type personality, you often will. I know that very well because I tend to just get what I want because I'm very A-type, ambitious, and you're probably, if you're here, you're probably that type of person. But then the destination doesn't really bring you what you want because it wasn't based on who you truly are or on principles. You may have cut corners, you may have done things to get there faster. It's not about that. I really want you to focus on like this journey where you're becoming your best self, where every day you're choosing what is best for you, where every day you are making the best decisions. You're not so much focused on the destination, although you have one, but it's more about who you're becoming, the things you're developing, and I want that to become the number one priority. Focus on creating a beautiful, fulfilling journey and not so much on getting to the destination. Because the more you focus on creating a great journey, the more that destination becomes just very rich and fulfilling in ways that just getting there, no matter how, will. So remember that. The next one is number 6. You want to surround yourself with the right energy. Now, I cannot emphasize this enough. This has been major for me. Your environments can either deplete you or energize you. The people you surround yourself with can either energize you or deplete you. And you need to become really, really clear about that, very honest with yourself about that, and understand that your environments will hold you back if you're not in the correct ones. And that can be a very harsh reality to accept. It might be one of the most difficult things that you need to do, but if you're serious about creating the life that you want, about living your life in a way that is meaningful and purposeful and deep and authentic, it is of the essence that you surround yourself with the right energy, the right people, and the right environments that is going to maximize your energy, and it's going to minimize the exposure to energies that are going to drain and distract you. So become very aware of where those leakages are in your life and start to put up some boundaries and limit or change your environment completely if you are able to. Number 7, I want you to stay grounded in self-compassion. So growth is not linear, okay? You are not going to set out and grow and change your life and set new goals and everything is going to be perfect. It absolutely is not. Very often even when, especially when we're starting a new year or when we are really excited about creating change, we let that positivity make us believe that everything is going to go perfectly, and it doesn't. And when it doesn't, we can really be hard on ourselves. I want you to start changing that and become aware of the fact that things will not always work out. There will be setbacks. You will stumble. Things will be imperfect. But that's where you show up and you double down on this new identity. This is where you double down. These are the opportunities where you are telling the universe, okay, bring it. It does not matter what is happening right now? I'm gonna get this done. How would this new version of myself react in the face of this challenge? And if you notice that you're reacting in the way your old self, that's where you want to stop, reassess, and keep it moving. Because every setback is an opportunity to readjust, reassess, and just keep going. Don't fall back, and if you fall down, you get back up. You want to have self-compassion with yourself. You want to give yourself the grace that you would give someone that you love, because very often we are more graceful with others than we are with ourselves. So remember that as you move forward and create your best self. And number 8 is you want to align your outer life with your new inner world. So as you're doing all of this, you really need to look at all the different pillars of your life. Your relationships, your job, your finances, your daily routines. Are they aligned with this new vision you have for your life? Are these things in alignment with what you want to create? Because if they're not, then we need to really focus on applying these changes to all of those pillars. Remember that true growth requires congruence. Everything has to match, or that's where we create more this harmony. And so make sure that you're not just applying these changes to one part of your life, but that you're applying this to everything. You're making adjustments, and they may feel uncomfortable, and it definitely won't necessarily always be easy, but you're conscious, you're trying, you're doing your best every day to make every pillar of your life align with this new identity and this new version of yourself that you are ready to move forward with. Now, that is it for today. I want you to give me some feedback and tell me if this is helpful to you, if you found this helpful. What are the parts that I shared that bring up some resistance? If you need a guide to help you do this on your own, I've created a workbook that will walk you through how to do this for yourself. Journaling has been extremely helpful to me. It's how I get through all my bumps and all of my limiting beliefs, and that's how I do my cathartic processing of everything. And so I've created a guide that will kind of take you through all of the ways that you can start making these changes for yourself. I'm going to link that below. In the meantime, remember to subscribe, turn on your notifications, and I will see you in our next video.